Some people are saying, I follow Peter. Isn't he the leader of the real disciples? I mean, who's Paul really? He tried to kill the church, not try to help it. We follow Peter because he's the leader of the original disciples. He's like, that's going to help anybody. But they were vying for position. They were vying for position. And it was foolish to try and add to or take away from the power of the cross, which seems so foolish. To the Greek mindset, it did not make sense that God, all-powerful, all-knowing, almighty God, would die. Makes no sense. Where's the strength in that? That seems weak. But remember, the weakness of God is stronger than man's strength. The weakness of God is stronger than man's strength. And it has nothing to do with God having a weak spot. He doesn't. But that which appears to be weak on the part of God is truly that which is powerful. And we can't change that story. We shouldn't want to change that story. And it was foolish to try. But they tried to change God's message. And they shouldn't have. They didn't like the fact that God died, so let's just take that out. Well, but if Jesus didn't die, then there's no sacrifice for sins. If there's no sacrifice for sins, then you're not forgiven, and you are lost to death. We don't want to be lost to death. We want to be found in life. They were stuck in a contradiction. They wanted the best of both worlds. They wanted to elevate their wisdom and their way of thinking, while at the same time embracing the life of God. The thing is, you can't do both. You've got to embrace one. You've got to embrace one. And I say, embrace the power of the cross and the wisdom of God. That is Jesus Christ. Why should we do that? Well, because God's ways and our ways are not the same. And whenever we come to a crucial point in our lives, and we have to make a decision, listen. Choose God's way over yours. Every time, just choose God's way. Your life will go better. I'm just telling you, choose God's way. That doesn't mean it will be an easy path to walk, but it will be better long term, long run. If you ever get to the place where you need to choose between that which seems wise according to men or that which seems appropriate for God, choose God's way. Because anytime we put our hope in, or trust in, or faith in anything other than Jesus Christ and Him crucified, we lose. Always choose Jesus Christ. Always choose Jesus Christ. Because when we try and choose our way, we make mistakes. In a bunch of these sentences, I have said men. Men are always trying. Men do this. Please understand, I'm saying men, women, boys, girls, he's, she's, guys and gals, everybody. All of humankind. All right? Just it's easier to say men instead of all of humankind. So you substitute, where it says men, all of humankind, and include yourself in this mix. Men are always trying to complicate things. Why? Make things tough. So that when they actually accomplish something, they have something worthwhile to celebrate. And so they want to celebrate their accomplishments. And so they try and make it tricky, make it complicated. But complicated is not how the message of God came about. Men are looking for ways to prove their self-worth. And folks, this is men and women, boys and girls. It really is. Can I get your permission to speak stereotypically? I mean, understanding that no, it's not 100% true in 100% of the cases, but most often this is how it is. Most often men, and here I mean guys, they associate their self-worth that they try and prove with their work, that which they do. And so men gain their self-worth not from who they are, but from what they do. And I know that's silly, but that's how, stereotypically, men are. And so, well, let me put it this way. I put my heart and soul into this church. This is where I work, this is where I live, this is what I eat, this is what I drink, this is what I breathe. Church life. Trying to make things happen. Trying to keep us on the right track. Keep us moving in the right direction. Following Jesus Christ. This is what I give myself to. And stereotypically, I would derive who I am and my self-worth because I am the pastor of this church. And so if anybody starts criticizing this church and the things that are happening in this church, I will take it personally. Why? Do you mean it personally against me? Probably not. But this is what I do. And a man will say, not only is this is what I do, but this is who I am. And so a criticism against the work is very personal. And a guy will take it personally and be crushed by your work. You may not mean anything about the pastor. You're just talking about the church and the stupid things that happen in the church. But I'm responsible for the stupid things that happen in the church, and I get hurt. That's just the way it is. It's the way guys are. Gals, you want to believe that you're not part of this, but the reality is you are. And it doesn't matter if you're a full-time worker outside of the home or a full-time worker inside of the home. Most often, gals get their self-worth by what happens in the home. And so any criticism about something being out of place or being undone when it ought to have been done, or something not being ready when it ought to have been ready, listen, nobody means anything personal except you're going to take it personally. Why? Because you are so wrapped up into, this is my life. I nurture this family. This is the nest. And I'm the mama bird. And you're going to pick on this nest, you're picking on me. No, we're picking on a nest. Doesn't work that way. Mankind, all of us together, link our self-worth to those things that we're in the process of achieving or proving out. It's silliness. It's foolishness, but it's what we do. Men are looking for ways to earn their position, even with God. Even with God, they're trying to earn their way. Listen, I can't earn my salvation. I can't earn my position with God. But mankind has been trying to do it since the foundation of time. I'm good enough. Aren't I good enough? Am I good enough? No. None of us are good enough. We cannot earn our position even with God. It is a free gift. But we, humankind, who like to make it complicated and earn our way so that we can celebrate this accomplishment of having attained a relationship with God, you know what? All we have to do is say, I believe. And that's it. Well, that doesn't feel like we've accomplished very much. And that's where we start to think that God's way is foolish. But it's not at all. It just makes it possible for us. Because even when we make up the rules, we still don't play by the rules. You ever played wiffle ball in the yard? And we changed the rules, right? Oh, that's 3 fouls, you're out. What? Well, that's the rule. You didn't say that at the beginning. I don't know, it's the rule. We changed the rules to fit ourselves. Right? Okay. Well, next time we won't do it that way because it went with me. Yeah. We're always looking at ways to earn our position with God, and we need to stop. Just embrace the free gift. Men are looking to be in control. Women are looking to be in control. Dogs are looking to be in control. Kids, they live to be in control. It starts when they're babies. They're hungry and they need to control your life, so they cry. And they're wet, and they need to control you, so they cry. Some of them get so good at it, they carry it on into adulthood.